So it was getting, all the puzzles, the pieces were like, falling together. So I started to realize that I will actually make it. I knew that Greenland was coming up, but that was a later problem. But at least I will make it to the South Pole. At least I will be able to bike down again, and I will make it sailing over to Antarctica. So that was kind of like, one of the eye-opening moments of this expedition. This is when I was really happy. Finally, Antarctica. Feels great. This is one of those days where you actually feel good. I had 48 days of raining through Central America. And now we have blue sky and sunshine. So me and Knut, my dear friend, are heading for the South Pole. Approximately 50 days of adventures. Then I will head back to South America, then head last time down to Patagonia and then over to Antarctica again. But it's a beautiful day. And this is fantastic. I have been really dreaming about this moment, and now I'm here. I also believe that you can create your own happiness. I believe that if you really focus on being happy and focus on solving problems and focus on that you will make it, everything is possible, then you will automatically be happy. Automatically you will get some kind of feeling within you. You have a flow getting you to the next level. So I really believe that you can create your own happiness. I believe that if you believe that something is possible, I think that it will be possible. And I'm now in Antarctica heading for the South Pole. I'm just standing here with blue sky, sunshine. I'm dragging a 110 kilo sled uphill. I've dragged the sled now 1,000 meter uphill. I will drag the sled another 2,000 meter uphill to the South Pole, because the South Pole is about 3,000 meter and I started around sea level. I'm exhausted, but I'm happy. This is life.
Okay, this is our third day, just wearing our underwear all day while skiing. So I guess we can't complain about the weather, except we would like to have some wind, because having a good sail, because the sleds are still pretty heavy. And even if you can't see it, it's a little bit uphill.
When I'm in the middle of the ice now, and I'm standing here with Knut, the dentist, and we're going to cross the most dangerous place on Earth, Antarctica, I started to realize that we have to get along. We have to work as a team together. We have to stay happy. We have to stay focused. So we arrived to Antarctica, and I'm standing there in the middle of the ice, looking out over the horizon, and I realize me and Knut, the dentist, we're gonna walk now, ski and walk and kite for 2 months to get to the other side. People would say that, it's not the best environment to be with a friend that you don't know. I totally agree on that one. But then we started to walk, and I started to realize that this is not so bad after all. The light in the end of the tunnel started to shine even brighter. You wake up in the morning, you put down the tent and you look around, and it's blue sky and it's sunshine, and I just smile and I look out and I think for myself, this is the reason why I take the risk. This is the reason why I do the choices. This is the reason, the beauty of it. The beauty of being in the middle of the nature for 60 days, just looking out. It's a very big difference if the sun is up or the sun is down. Normally the sun is never down this time of the year, but occasionally the sun will go down behind that mountain. That happened yesterday night. It was actually pretty cold, and now it's 15-20 minus, but the average temperature in Antarctica is minus 50 if you take it all year around. We have our last day before getting up on the plateau, where we'll be kiting, hopefully 95% of the time, because dragging this sled is really heavy actually.
My back was feeling a little bit today, but well, that happens. So today we've been trying to kite a little bit back and forward, but the wind was not sufficient enough, so we didn't manage really. But it was good to really try the equipment and see what happens. So now we're gonna put up, we have put up our tent. We're gonna take some rest now, get some sleep, do some eating, and actually, I mean, I must say, it could be worse. It's blue sky and sunshine, Antarctica, and it was like 100 years ago Amundsen was here, so it's a historical moment. So what can I say? Life could be worse. We're actually pretty fine.
Well, exactly today, 100 years ago, my fellow man from Norway, Roald Amundsen, made it to the South Pole. So we're a little late. We're not yet at the South Pole, but we're hoping to get there approximately 100 years after Amundsen. Even though he had a much harder journey to get here than we have. But still, I think it's somewhat the same spirit that's demanded to do the same. So it's very inspiring to read Amundsen. It's approximately 1 kilo of book, but I think it's worth it. I mean, it's a good kilo.
And me and Knut, we were pretty like far from each other because, you know, we have the kites up most of the time, so we were maybe like, you know, a couple of 400 or 500 meters from each other. So which means that you have a lot of space and you are alone even though you're with another person. This is not, I mean, there's no place on earth where I'd rather be than here, right now. The message I got from Ben, the captain, was that I could finally sail over to Antarctica. That changed everything in my happiness, because I was a little bit worried that, okay, I will reach the South Pole, but will I be able to sail over to Antarctica again? So that changed a lot. I was happy for a long time just knowing that this would be possible. So the happiness of this part of the expedition was the realization. I started to realize that I will make it. I started to realize that it will maybe be possible. There's always a moment, a tipping point, where you feel that you can make it. And that moment is so fantastic that it's worth doing again and again. So is it worth it? I mean, is it worth, we've been now traveling from the North Pole over to Canada, and we've been biking across Canada, North America, South America, Central America, and going over now closing down to the South Pole. Is it worth it? I mean, it's a lot of fighting, it's a lot of problems, but also a lot of solutions. But I always say that the higher the mountain, the more difficult it will be to climb up, but the more beautiful the panorama will be. And you know that it comes a moment when you feel like, I am going to make this. And then the moment afterwards, I did make it. That is worth the struggle. That is what makes you happy. That is what makes life worth living as an explorer.